We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. So here we are with TRKA, and TRKA stock experiencing volatility here in the first half of the day, pulling downwards and fighting to stay above 18 cents. Was not the only stock experiencing volatility. The overall market and the SPY did as well. And our SPY buy at 8:45 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. And you guys can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with TRKA stock trying to hold itself up here above 18 cents, and it hit a high here again of 19 to almost 20 cents in the pre-market. But we need to talk about what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and the bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 10:30 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 300% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with TRKA stock doing a full transition from red bars to bright green bars on Friday, and back down from bright green to red bars in today's volatility. Now, if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with TRKA stock under a bear indicator at around the 19-cent area after getting a bull indicator that popped up at the 18.50 area last week on Thursday, pulling up towards the 20-cent area, coming back down and fighting in this consolidation between 18 cents and 20 cents. But I talked about how crucial and critical it was for these inflows, even though they're above the midpoint, to pick back up and switch from red to green to reflect any further strength into these charts. If not, we are currently seeing volatility here, and this bull indicator has now been canceled, and it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to stay above the midpoint because they are red, and if they continue downwards and cross the midpoint to the downside, that weakness can start to reflect pretty quickly into these charts and actually creating further weakness with this bear indicator in the volatility of the 30-minute, and it could possibly even roll over into the 1 hour chart, because when we zoom out here and look at the 1 hour, it's under a bull indicator here since 19 cents, and it's trying to fight to stay above that area here in the after hours. even though it hit lows here of 1870, but the inflows are below the midpoint, and it's going to be crucial for these inflows to pick back up and go ahead and bring themselves back up from red to green, back up towards the midpoint to justify any possible further strength to reflect into the charts and retest those key resistance levels. So something to not ignore here is on the 30-minute, it's trying to hold itself up. A bear indicator has popped up, and on the 1 hour in the bigger time frame and larger time frame, the outflows have been dominating since way back here on Friday, April 28th, after that bear indicator popped up around the 20-cent area. And this is the first bull indicator that pops up since that date, but the inflows have not picked up towards the midpoint or have crossed it, right? We are still below it. I would not ignore that, and this is something critical and crucial to not ignore and watch here very carefully going into tomorrow and this week. Now, on the 30-minute, the inflows are above, but when we zoom in here and look at it from the 15-minute, we could see within the volatility a bear indicator popped up at 1943 today in the pre-market. Outflows crossed the downside, dominating for the rest of the day at the midpoint of the day up here at around 1917, and they stayed below all day. Now, inflows have tried to pick back up, but we are below the midpoint, and it's going to be crucial for these inflows to pick back up to go ahead and reflect any strength into the charts and possibly cancel out this bear indicator with a possible bull indicator. So I would not ignore that here within the volatility of the 15-minute, and if this weakness continues or pulls back down and this bear indicator does not get canceled and dominates over the chart, that can actually roll over and reflect pretty quickly into the charts to the downside and go into the 30-minute and 1 hour charts as well. Now, let's talk about the key levels I would watch to the upside and to the downside. So the first thing is we are under a bear indicator. Inflows are still above, even though they're red. If they go ahead and cross to the downside even further or head towards the midpoint, well, the first support I would watch is the 18-cent area, and then below that comes the 15-cent area. Those are the key levels I would watch to the downside, especially if that weakness rolls over from the 15-minute into the 30-minute and 1 hour altogether. That is something I would watch very carefully, and if we reach 15 cents or anything near that, we would have to reassess and see what's going on at those key levels. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial for these inflows to switch from red to green, reflect that strength back up into the charts, cancel this bear indicator, and same thing here on the 15-minute, right? Cross back over, stay green, cancel out this bear indicator, get a bull indicator in the process, and retest new resistance levels. And the first resistance would be the 20-cent area. It's where things have rejected multiple times and have had trouble last week and the last 2 weeks to break out above. And if 20 cents gets broken through the recent high that we've seen when things ran from 18 cents all the way up to 23 cents, 23-cent area would be crucial, and in the process for this bear indicator to get canceled by a possible bull indicator, guys, especially if the 1 hour can go ahead and bring itself back up towards the midpoint and cross it, since it is under a bull indicator here. So I'm going to be watching this very carefully if it can create a double bottom effect and push itself back up in the larger time frames, even though the 30-minute and the 15-minute are experiencing a little bit more volatility. So these are the key levels I'm watching to the upside and to the downside. I'm going to be watching the bull and bear indicators very carefully, but the inflow versus outflow will be crucial going into tomorrow and the next few days, and I'll be watching this very closely. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.